Last night, I had a dream that still has my skin crawling. I was standing in a room, a simple, ordinary room, but something was terribly wrong. I tried to speak, to call out, but my mouth wouldn't move. It was like my jaw was wired shut. Panic started to bubble up from my chest, cold and sharp. I strained, pushing against whatever was holding me silent, but nothing worked. My own body had become a prison. And that's when I felt it. A presence, a pressure building inside me, coiling around my vocal cords. It wasn't me. It was something else, and it wanted to talk. Suddenly, words began to spill from my lips. The voice was smooth, unnervingly calm, and completely alien. It wasn't my voice, not my tone, not my rhythm. I was a puppet, a bystander in my own body, listening in sheer horror as this thing spoke. It spoke of things I didn't understand, of stars and shadows, of promises made in forgotten places. It seemed to be in a conversation, answering questions I couldn't hear, addressing someone or something just beyond my dream sight. The words were articulate, measured, each one a hammer blow against my sanity. I was trapped, a silent scream echoing in my mind, while my mouth kept moving, weaving a narrative that wasn't mine. The dream felt like it stretched for an eternity, each sentence spoken by the other voice, chipping away at my sense of self. I was just a vessel, a conduit for this strange ancient monologue. Who is it talking to? What did these cryptic messages mean? I had no answers, only a rising tide of terror. I fought against it, trying to reclaim control, to force my own words out, to just scream. But I was powerless. The voice continued its steady, deliberate speech, indifferent to the prisoner trapped behind the eyes. It felt like I was being overwritten, erased by this calm, confident intruder who wore my face and used my voice. Then, just as suddenly as it began, I was awake. I shot up in bed, gasping for air, my hand flying to my throat. It ached, a raw physical soreness, as if I'd been talking for hours. My heart was pounding against my ribs, and the room was cloaked in that pre-dawn gray that makes everything feel unreal. The silence was deafening after the relentless drone of that other voice. But the horror wasn't over. The last sentence spoken in the dream was still hanging in the air, echoing in my mind. It was a fragment, something about a door being opened, and the most terrifying thought began to form, a cold dread that settled deep in my gut. What if, when I woke up, the voice didn't stop? What if it's still in there, just waiting to speak again? I'm afraid to open my mouth. I'm afraid of what might come out.